Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you what I think is the first ever replay I brought to you in this tank, maybe. Going to be in Pilsen Standard Battle. I'm going to be playing the P43 Tur, the Tier 7 Tech Trade Italian Medium. Now again, I can't remember if I've shown this tank before, but I think the last Tech Trade Italian tank I showed was in the Tier 6. So the Tier 7 Italian Medium, it's not very fast as far as mediums go, doesn't have the greatest DPM as far as mediums go, doesn't have the best camo or view range as far as mediums go at tier 7, but it's got 240 alpha, which is okay, and it has 50mm of side armor. So you can side scrape 150 mils. It also has actually pretty good upper plate armor. If you actually look at the upper plate armor in the armor viewer, it's the same thickness as that in the tier 9 T54, and it's actually a similar angle as well, so the upper plate on this can actually bounce some pretty trolly shots. But of course the issue is if there's a good player, he'll just shoot straight through the turret. But it just means that if people auto-lock you actually have a chance of bouncing. So, even though this tank is pretty average, I quite like it. Again, no surprise there, because I like the average and shitter tanks. I've said it before and I'll just keep saying it. If a tank is seen as not being that good, and being a bit less competitive, I just seem to quite like them. It feels good to do good in those tanks. Now, this is a tier 8 game, by the way, on Pilsen. The map isn't the greatest, and tier 8 isn't the worst, but it's also not great either. Especially since the other thing about the P43 turret, the penetration is not great on both the standard and premium rounds. So even with premium loaded, you see I'm not firing at the Chrysler K, because I know even with premium I can't penetrate lower plate. But he's going to give me a nice side shot at him, as he has to turn to block shots for my teammates. Now I could sit here, out of view range of him, and just farm a few shots. The Pantera's a much easier shot than the AT. And now we have a quick light tank to kill. The thing is, the enemies haven't come down to this side of the map, which is nice. Tried to get a ram in there. Fortunately didn't work out. Very sad. And again, there's a lot of enemies down there, so my plan here is just to gonna break down the wall here. My plan here is just to try and farm as much damage as possible from the back here, because as I said, I'm not top tier. Just with 240 alpha, the alpha damage adds up pretty quickly. Or the total damage, shall I say. The other thing I should have mentioned this game is quite strange. I'm actually playing on my own here. Usually I don't play World of Tanks by myself, because usually I don't play any game by myself. Even single player games, for the most part, if I'm playing them, I've usually got someone in a party with me just talking shit. So, quite strange me playing... He blows my tracks off out doing damage. Apologies for the yawning, I'm really fucking tired. He blows my tracks off and now I'm going to start side scraping. Again, 50mm side armor, that AT has no hope of going through me. So, tracks off. He hits him again, and I'm quite happy for him to keep shooting me. I wait for a few moments, but I think a teammate behind me has been spotted, so he's going to fire at him instead. And I can just put a nice shot into his Cupola / machine gun turret. Risky business to pay close to spot. Oh, fuck hell. Terrible with the yawning today. So onto the CS44. And now there's going to be a Scourge here. I have no idea what he's doing. That's a really interesting position, and even when I pen him, he's not going to move. And I'm surprised I'm able to shoot him without getting spotted here, so he mustn't have equipment or crew skills for view range. The thing is, I was talking about the premium pen on this tank not being the best, so I couldn't pen the lower plate of the Chrysler Premium, and the Scourge is 50-50 as to whether I could pen his lower plate at this angle with premium. As you can see, he's just sat there. Aiming left and right, not really sure what's happening. Not that I'm complaining, I'm happy for the free farm, but still, it was a little bit weird to see that in what a lot of people consider the best tier 8 Russian heavy, that he does that. Because the other thing about the Scourge is, when ranked was a thing at tier 8, when you got to the higher levels, last time it was going on, it was just fucking Kirovets and Scourges everywhere. I mean, it was like 5 per team. Oh, and I may have got that tank fairly recently, so you might see a video in the future in the Kirovet. So look forward to that. All I'm going to say is right now, not as good as the KV-5. Just saying. Now, CS-44, but we've also got enemies that are going to be in this fucking warehouse, and that's going to cause me some issues. So you see, I'm looking into the warehouse just in case. We both slap shots at each other, but I hit and the enemy misses. Now I'm going to try and help my team with the CS-44. But unfortunately, I only hit his tracks, I believe, or crit him. Right, the CS-44 is now dead, so my team can hopefully come up and help me, because there's actually a few people in here. And I was about to try and reverse side scrape there, but then some other guy showed up. And right now I'm thinking, this isn't looking too good for me. So I'm trying to side scrape, but then I don't know if there's enemies to my right as well. And the autoloader is just... I don't know what he's doing. Going ham. He drove out, and the TDs at the back, and the other teammates were able to kill him. Now I had to drive back around this corner because there's someone else to my right, so now I'm kind of stuck in this little gap here. Kill him. I need to try and deal with these guys as quick as possible before the other guy shows up. So now I'm going to try and do the reverse side scraping. But he's just fired. Now he goes into a side scraping angle as well. I should have tried shooting his hull there. I forgot that he's one of these tanks that has the big American cupola on top. So as a reverse side scrape here, you're going to say, I see the cupola. I'm going to aim for that. I managed to pen him. He bounces off me. Unfortunately, the other guys here, so I have to push in because I'd rather get shot by him than the other guy. Going for a bit of a face hug. CS-44 gets picked up, and now it's just the Arty. So the fact I'm still alive there, I'm quite surprised by. I thought I was going to die. I was getting shot from all directions. I couldn't really run anywhere. Well, as I just said before, as long as you hide the turret in this, you can side scrape, you can reverse side scrape, and you can do it against 150 mils. So, pretty nice thing to be able to have. Now, as I said, you do lose the mobility for that. Get one shot into artillery, teammate finishes him off. So you do lose a bit of mobility for the side scraping capabilities, but I quite like it. And again, this whole tank, while being rather average, quite enjoyable to play for me. MVP, over 2,000 base XP, just under 2,100 base XP, and anytime you get 2,000 plus base XP is always a good game. Not always an ace though, but always a good game. And to be more precise this game, given the fact that it was a tier 8 one, because on the enemy team a KV-4 had a pretty decent result here, but then again, good map for him and good matchmaking. So I think I had 3,400 damage with about 1,100 assistance and 4 kills. So again, I wouldn't recommend this tank for any of you to pick. So 3,430 and 1,100 with 4 kills. I would recommend this tank for anyone. It's not particularly amazing or OP, but it's pretty average and actually not bad. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.